DynamoDB Secondary Indexes Overview. Amazon DynamoDB provides fast access to items in a table by specifying primary key values. However, many applications might benefit from having one or more secondary indexes available. Let's look at this example to see why. This music library DynamoDB table has defined artist as the partition key and song title as the sort key. With this set of primary keys, you can easily find a list of all the songs by a specific artist. However, if you want to find all the albums in a specific year such as 2019, it would be more beneficial to use secondary index. Since the year attribute is not part of the primary key, you can scan the entire table for album and filtering for the specific year, but this is very inefficient and time-consuming. Secondary index provides efficient access to data with attributes other than the primary key. A secondary index is a data structure that contains a subset of attributes from a table, along with an alternate key to support query operations. You can query or scan based on secondary indexes, just as you would query or scan a table. A table can have multiple secondary indexes, which gives your applications access to many different query patterns. Every secondary index is associated with exactly one table, the base table for the index. When you create an index, you define an alternate key for the index, which includes the partition key and the sort key. You also define the attributes that you want to be projected or copied from the base table into the index. DynamoDB copies these attributes into the index, along with the primary key attributes from the base table. Every secondary index is automatically maintained by Amazon DynamoDB. When you add, modify, or delete items in the base table, any indexes on that table are also updated with the same changes. There are two types of secondary indexes: Global Secondary Index, GSI, and Local Secondary Index, LSI. A global secondary index is an index that can have a partition key and a sort key, different from those on the base table. The sort key is optional. You can choose to project attributes from the base table. It is considered global because queries on the index can span all of the data in the base table, across all partitions. Global secondary index is stored in its own partition space away from the base table. Local secondary index has the same partition key as the base table, but a different sort key. Similarly, you can choose to have projected attributes. It is considered local because the local secondary index shares the same partition of the base table partition.